It's been almost 2 years. Let's do this again. Alright, here we are. Let's get into it. Starting with Aether playing World Chalice. Whether or not you choose Aether as your main character, I think this is a great fit. Got a lot of interesting casual cards like Venus and especially Exodia, and we all know that World Chalice has a big lore around it, which is very fitting for our main character. It's especially awesome that we finally got Ib back, making the deck even more deadly than it already was, as well as it just being a very fun deck to play in general. Like, I was playing it in solo mode for a few nights and just enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed just messing around with the combos. I was probably doing them suboptimally, but that's besides the point. Nice little synchro engine too. Yeah, I can see Aether having lots of fun with this deck. Next up we have his sister Lumine, which also has a very lore-heavy deck in Dogmatica. Dogmatica Ecclesia of the Virtues even kind of looks like Lumine if her hair was just a little longer, I believe. But anyways, these decks are also kind of polar opposites, where Aether wants to use everything in his extra deck to summon. Lumine would rather dump all of this for effects and keep their opponent from going into their extra deck plays. And overall, I really like it. I think both of these lore heavy decks that have completely different play styles really encapsulate the sibling duality that Aether and Lumine have in Genshin. This is probably the best deck we're going to be covering today, best competitively, I should say, and that's Lisa's the Great Librarian, and her playing Spellbook Runic. We just got Judgment to 3, we just got Upstart to 3. This deck is going to be super deadly unless they have Droll and Lockbird, which even then you have stuff like Jaugen the Spiritualist to help you out. Still got all your Runic stuff. Runic was barely hit by the ban list, which is pretty funny to say. Next up we have Barbara. Barbara doesn't really strike me as someone who would like to duel, so that's why I gave her a more casual and fun deck that's really slow but still playable. It's Counter Fairies. This was one of my first decks when I was just messing around in YGO Pro back when I was younger. You got all your Solemns, you have Grand Horde of Heaven, which is a funny card. You have this thing, which I've never seen before until I started deck building these. Divine Punishment, of course, your Sanctuary in the Sky stuff, and Terraforming, and all your draw cards. I am saving the actually good Sanctuary of the Sky cards, all the agents and whatnot, for another character. I don't exactly know who yet, but I didn't really want to give it to Barbara just because I feel not that she wasn't worthy of it or anything, but I definitely see her not being as hardcore as other vision wielders in the Genshin universe if they were to duel. But anyways, on to the next deck. We have Noelle, our beloved, usually people's first gacha 4-star, in Dragon Ruler, Dragon Maid, with 3 Kashtira Fenrir to kind of help with her Geovision, help fit it with that. Got a couple Super Polys here, running a few Super Poly targets, and obviously, like I said earlier, the Dragon Rulers are pretty awesome. Good to have Redox, and I think this also came back too in the same ban list. I can't remember off the top of my head. You even got Big Eye if you have a bunch of Fenrirs on board already. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. On to the next one. This is probably my favorite deck of the bunch now, and that is Albedo's Eldritch Tistina. I just discovered the Tistina archetype while researching for this video, and I think this is absolutely perfect for Albedo, being a Geo Vision wielder, and then Eldritch, of course, with all that Philosopher's Stone jazz. I even have a little Super Poly engine in here to make it more fun, and also the Eldritch Fusion spell. Overall, this Tistina deck, I read it, and it's it's fun. It looks really fun. It looks like something like I would play in real life. But anyways, on to our last deck, and that's going to be Bennett's Volcanics. I think Bennett fits the volcanic archetype better than any other Pyrovision wielder so far. He's very adventurous, kind of like a nice version of Axel from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And I even have the OCG Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames in here. I hope it comes to the TCG soon, because this card is awesome. Anyways, you guys, that is going to do it for this video. I will be streaming shortly after this video goes up. I'm trying to stream every day for as long as I can, because I'm on a mission to get the highest rank on every possible trading card game, video game. So like Master Duel, Magic Arena, Pokemon TCG Live. That's Pokemon TCG Live is low priority for me because that game sucks. But anyways, yeah, please check out my Twitch down below. Probably even gonna make a community post when I start streaming. We'll see. And other than that, yeah. Shoutouts to everyone who wanted to see this come back. Shoutouts to everyone on the first video who waited this long for me to finally look at the recommendations and put them to great use. Thank you all so much. This is probably not going to be a daily thing for me, but it'll definitely be something I do like twice or thrice a week, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Take care.